The iconic John Wick films have held a special place in people's hearts for those who are a fan of award-winning actor Keanu Reeves. And good news for those fans is that John Wick Chapter 4 is soon to be released. So what do we know so far? Are there any fascinating details about the release? Keep watching to find out more. So when will John Wick 4 come out? The original John Wick film was released in 2014, starring award-winning actor Keanu Reeves, grossing $86 million worldwide. The second film, John Wick Chapter 2, was an even bigger success, grossing over double the original film, scoring box office's $171.5 million worldwide. It was released in 2017, while the most recent installment, John Wick Chapter 3, was released in 2019, making almost double than the sequel of John Wick, making over $3,027 million worldwide. So far, the John Wick film series has been a success, but when will the new John Wick movie come out? Fans won't have to wait much longer because the original release date is set for March 24th of next year. Production started a year ago, back in July of 2021, just as Keanu Reeves wrapped up filming his fourth movie of his Matrix film series, The Matrix Resurrections. What will John Wick Chapter 4 be about? So now that John Wick Chapter 4 has been confirmed, what will the plot be about? Well, the movie will resume where John Wick was after the shocking events at the end of the third movie, where Wick was shot and seemingly left for dead by Winston, who had been able to regain his role as manager of the Continental as a result. Despite the odds, John Wick had survived, and in the movie plans to take down the entirety of the greatly feared underworld authority, the High Table, possibly with the help of the Bowery King. However, we don't know much about the fourth installment besides those details. Yet Keanu Reeves actually recently revealed more details about the opening sequence of the film, telling Collider it will take place in the desert. John Wick is back in the desert on a horse, he said. "I'm going to hopefully be able to fast gallop and run." In addition, the returning director, Chad Stahelski, who had run the previous films and will now direct this one, told IndieWire that fans shouldn't expect a happy ending for John Wick facing trouble left and right. He's got nowhere to go, honestly. I challenge you right now, here's a question to you. How do you effing want me to end it? Do you think he's going to ride off into the effing sunset? He aggressively asked. He's killed 300 effing people, and he's just going to walk away, everything's okay? He's F for the rest of his life. It's just a matter of time. Will there be new cast members? Fans can expect new cast members for the movie. While Keanu will return as the hitman who's gotten himself into more trouble than he could have ever imagined, Donnie Yen will also be a part of the cast, as well as Shamir Anderson, Bill Skarsgård, Hiroyuki Sanada, Scott Adkins, Clancy Brown, and Rina Sawayama. Their characters, however, haven't been revealed. As for the returning members, aside from Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne will return as the Bowery King, Ian McShane will return as Winston, Lance Reddick will return as Charon, and Rina Sawayama will return as Akira. What could happen in the fourth film? Fans are already concocting their theories of what could happen in this film, and news sources and magazines such as Men's Journal has some theories as well. Men's Journal saying that with the High Table turning on both Wick and the Bowery King, it appears war is coming between the two sides. The Bowery King has an army of homeless-looking killers at his disposal that are located all around the city, and with Wick likely feeling a little mad after being shot by his former associate Winston, a team-up could absolutely be in the cards. Any Matrix fan will be thrilled to see more screen time for Reeves and Fishburne together, and John Wick 4 will likely have plenty of that. Screen Rant thinks John Wick may accept he'll never find peace no matter how hard he tries. In the context of Wick's journey, acceptance would surely mean coming to terms with the end of his idyllic existence. Those precious few years with Helen, away from the violence and bloodshed of his career, are John's to treasure, but he must now admit those days were always only temporary, and the one true way to escape his profession is death. The source explains, John and the Bowery King can rage against the High Table, taking their grievances all the way to the top, but with a trail of bodies behind him, John Wick would ultimately accept that, whether he likes it or not, killing people is his business, and business is booming. Keanu Reeves going back to being an assassin would represent a fairly dour ending for the John Wick story, but would also leave the door firmly open to a future revival. What do fans think will happen? Social media was definitely not as prominent as it is in today's world, with TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter all having blown up and being a connection to today's news and entertainment with people sharing their thoughts on anything and everything. Of course, it has people talking about the fourth installment of the John Wick series. One person on Reddit had a very detailed theory having to do with Winston, posting that it's my theory that by the end of this series, we will find out that Winston conspired to get John Wick back into the game in order to sow chaos within the assassin community. I don't believe that Winston intended for John's dog to get killed, but I do believe that Winston manipulated certain pieces into place. The same user also further explained that Winston made it pretty clear that he believes New York City could be an assassin state unto itself that shouldn't be under some type of authoritarian leadership, and I think that hearing that John was emotionally in a low place after his wife's death gave him the idea to try and change the situation to his benefit. A few users thought that this theory could be possible, one responding with "Awesome post, super interesting and plausible theory. Everybody they cast in these movies is perfect. Can't wait to see Keanu and Fishburne wreak havoc in the next one." And on the platform of Quora, one user thinks that Winston will be killed, but I think it might be by someone other than JW. We won't feel badly because he betrayed JW, and those who betray JW are surely doomed to die. The same user also thinks that bonus, more animals, more dogs, horses, carrier pigeons, and other cool beasts. Perhaps a snake, perhaps someone from the large cat family, maybe someone mundane like a house cat who happens to help JW and the plot along. Nonetheless, whatever happens, since the third installment was the highest grossing of the series, the fourth film will likely rake in even more money and hopefully live up to the excitement and hype fans are hoping for due to its success so far. How has Keanu played a bigger part in this other than acting? Aside from being the main character in this film, Keanu has actually done more for these films to further his character. For example, over the course of these movies, the action star has done 90% of his own stunt work. And remember the horse riding bit mentioned previously? Reeves also came up with that. I've called out a couple of things like, let's get on a horse in the desert, let's drive a little bit. The sneak peek footage at CinemaCon showed this scene as well, showcasing some intense fight scenes to piggyback his line, "I'm gonna kill them all," in the clip of the trailer. Director Stahelski also added that they toy with ideas and play it by ear, saying, "We do it chapter by chapter, just like an author. Write the chapter, scratch head, write the next chapter." What is the main actor like on set? Although he performs most of his own stunts, Keanu Reeves does have a four-man stunt team, and Reeves treats them well. In fact, he gave the members some pretty awesome gifts. As a special thanks when wrapping up production, Reeves gave the members personalized Rolex Submariner watches for their hard work. His stunt team on the film was made up of Bruce Concepcion, Jeremy Marinis, Dave Camarillo, and Lee Kiang, and according to People magazine, the inside of each watch has been engraved with personal, heartfelt messages to each individual from the actor himself. Jeremy Marinis even shared pictures of his watches to his Instagram stories, calling it the best wrap gift ever, and showing his followers his message inside the watch read, "The John Wick 5, with the message, "Jeremy, thank you Keanu, JW4 2021. And so the countdown begins until the next installment of John Wick is shared with the world. The cast seems just as excited for this next film as fans, and even more details and sneak peeks of the film will hopefully be released soon. So are you excited for John Wick Chapter 4? What do you think will happen in this film? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.